Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut or Brian Galke, and we're Aces53. How's it going, Brian?
Good. How are you doing, Ed?
I'm doing as good as I'll ever be, I guess.
Now that all of your responsibilities are foregone?
I don't know. My responsibilities aren't foregone. I just don't have to be president anymore. I'm
Right.
still, this year, this is what I tried to change last year that I'm going to finalize and change this year, which is the past president. They have run this thing, the COG committee, which is the new members who come in. They're in this COG if they've never been a Rotary for a while until they meet everybody and do everything. Usually you should be out of it within 90 days. So some people push it to like a year to 2 years. So, but what they have is the past president run it. And I'm like, you just did 61 meetings. And if you were me, you did 61 plus all the extra stuff outside of it, 12 plus 9. I'm like, that's a lot of meetings. Then come back the next year and still have to go to the board meeting and then do the COG of all these different people. No, we need to redo some things.
Right.
And so I changed it to where we have a COG committee, and they are the people, and it's to a point where the past president doesn't have to do much, but it hasn't finalized put in together because the past president was, pretty much past president. He didn't want to do much.
Yeah.
And I get it, it's not a problem. So, but I've been getting hit up more and more to start selling stuff on all these things on my YouTube channel and all that stuff. And I think it's really, you need to get into it and start doing it more, and not just, okay, let's do it. We have a lot of friends who do affiliate marketing really well, and you need to get in there and set it up, make videos for these different things, put them on YouTube, let them go. Robbie, who used to be here, that was one of the things he used to do. He said one of his videos makes him $3,000 a month while he was here. He's no longer with us though.
Yeah, remember his last interview with us, a month before he passed, he talked about he made the swap from TikTok to YouTube because YouTube has duration. TikTok, you're fighting the scroll, but he really saw that that's where the money was. And he made a lot of money on TikTok. We met him in Clubhouse, during the pandemic.
But you did. I didn't.
Yeah.
I met him through you.
Me and Joe met him, and he made a lot of money on TikTok during the pandemic after Clubhouse. And then this last year, he made the change to YouTube, and it was for that very reason. For people who don't know, you have to hit certain metrics, right, before you can monetize on YouTube and some of the other ones.
And I know people who cheat. They go hire a company to get people to boom and do all this stuff, and then now they can monetize, and then they build it after that.
Oh, that's smart. Because my issue is I just do the shorts, and so the 1,000 hours of watch time, I really need to upload longer form content. We talked before, with Qasim, he does an hour recording on a weekend or on a Friday, and then the next week he breaks that into 6 10-minute segments. And he does those each day, and then they can watch the full one at the end. So if they like a short and then they want to go the full version, great. So I've been thinking about doing that for some of my older keynotes that I have. Why not? I already have them. So instead of just doing the 6-second ones or 60 seconds so that they can come in shorts on all the platforms that are rewarding you for it, I've thought about, okay, maybe I need to start really using YouTube better.
Well, you do, because if you just do live and shorts, it says you never uploaded a video.
Right.
And what I would tell you to do is Steve, he still does, I separated on my Inner Edison, my Helping the Brave was always separate, but I did Inner Edison, and I wish I wouldn't have. I'm going to go back and put it back underneath me and stop that. Just because you can tell everybody, if you want to see the full video, go to, YouTube, Ed Parcaut, and here it is. Right. Because you can do the playlist. They can watch it on your playlist, because now that has podcasts. In the past, when you used to separate it out, was because they didn't have that as a podcast, and it would mess with the algorithms.
Yes.
So what I would tell you to do is you could take these, download it, upload it, and then you're just doing more video.
Right.
And that's what I'm going to do. Huh?
Yeah. So I definitely need to do that.
That's what I'm just going to go back and grab some of the better ones and upload those. Not all of them.
Well, and that's something
that you're not in, and I'm going to try.
So. Yeah. It's like we talked about before, Opus clips. A lot of times what I'm using is older talks that, I had access to before Opus. And so I put them back in, it cuts them up for me, finds nice pictures. And then it's just a matter of, excuse me, where you can go back in, do your research not do your research, use the tool. And then all that I have to do is type up the notes. And I know you're going to say use Cast Magic for that. I like typing the notes, it's a way for me to get my thoughts out. But
You're talking
you're
about
right.
at the event or what?
No, I'm talking about afterwards. So I get the recording of the event, throw it into
Right.
Opus. It creates the clips. And then Opus, I could just take what it clipped out and redo it, but I usually end up just writing my own notes to go with the post for social media.
You could do that, or you could just do like I said, just have it do it for you.
Yeah.
And then just edit what it does.
Right. And
I mean, huh?
so with Cast Magic, because I still haven't used it yet. So you go in, you just upload the video, and then it spits out what?
Everything that you would ever want to do. Hold on here. Let's do this. You want to see what it does?
I would like to see what it does because I need to use it. I know it's yet another tool that I will get into.
Let me move let me share this screen, present, share screen. Yeah. Window. Let me get rid of the porn.
That's gonna be a lot of tabs.
Hold on, I gotta do now I gotta move it to a different because it wants to share this one that we're in instead of this other thing over here. Or here, I can just drop this down over here.
Actually, it's funny you say that. I'll have to show you what somebody sent me, and we'll see if it lines up with what you're about to show.
All right, let's try this again. I'm sorry, people, that I'm not organized. I just didn't know we were going to do this.
That's part of the beauty of going live. Just pull stuff out.
All right, so here's what you drop your video in, and this is what you do here. I drop my so and then you align who the people are that are talking, right? You add that, you hit AI content, and then it comes up with your titles,
right?
Keywords, speaker bios, introduction, timestamp, questions that you can use, key topics and bullets. Hold on, we're still in the key topics and bullets. You have clip finder, quote, hooks, and timestamps, real script, LinkedIn post, newsletter. What? Wow. A newsletter? I don't even have to create my own newsletter.
Yeah.
If you want to tweet, look at that tweet thread. Ooh, look at all that. Threads by Instagram, TikTok. Wow. You can put that's your content for your shorts on TikTok, Instagram reel posts that you can, it says to do and make the cuts, hashtags. This is messed up, but I can go in there and tell it to put it the way I want it to put it. Meta description. We have to put meta like on when I put stuff on my website. Summary for WordPress. This is, I was using this originally for what I wanted to post on my website, but then I actually changed it. And then I created, I had to do an executive summary one time, and this now does it every time. SEO for what I'm trying to do. Here's my website that I dropped the podcast onto my website about it. YouTube description. So I use this YouTube description for all my Lisbon when I post my podcast.
Yeah.
I actually use this one. And then once I'm done editing on there, then I take it and put it to YouTube. And what's nice is this one doesn't show it. Let me go. I'll go to a different one, but another one will actually show all the timestamps about what each thing happened. When it happened.
Up above, it had the timestamps. It said if you want to cut this into clips, and it put.
Oh, that's over. Yeah, but I'm looking for the YouTube, so I'll go to a different one. But then when we would occasionally go live beforehand, like we record and then go live, I had to do a pre-show, so it would tell like what we're going to do.
Right.
We didn't talk about it yet, and then a short summary. So when I do my podcast, I have an outro. For the end of my podcast, so I can go, okay, today we did this, blah blah blah, and talk about it. All right. So if there's something, create a blog with SEO titles, SEO and hashtags. I asked it to do that. Blog of 600 words. So it's just whatever you want. If it's not here what you want, then you go over here to Magic, and you make it, and then you can then from then forward, it will always make it for you.
I'm sure you've been looking at your inbox today, but since today is Tuesday and it's Prime Day, I've seen all the people who have been putting out newsletters because what do they want? They want you, when you click on it, to go to Amazon, and then they're going to get an affiliate credit for everything that you buy that day. Correct. So it's been an interesting day of watching the inbox come in.
Look at that. Look at you. So I'm trying to go to this other YouTube one. The thing is, once you get so many, all right, so this one didn't do it either. I know maybe it was Friday. And sometimes it doesn't do everything perfectly.
Sure.
It is
it?
AI.
Yeah.
Huh?
Is it a monthly subscription? Is it you buy hours?
It's a yearly. It's a monthly description. So right here, see here?
Yeah.
Timestamps. So in this YouTube description, this is what normally happens. I get this, but
Mhm.
the other one was too short, so I didn't have a lot of time today. We talked real quick. So what I would grab, I'll cut this all the way. I'll take all this, and then it says contact. Connect with us. It has this in there already for me, and I don't have to do much.
Yeah.
I go here where it says copy content, and then I go over here and I hit Control V, and I'm done. But then I edit it. I take out a few things, and then I'm done. But what if you had to type all this and take notes? I'd be here for hours with all the stuff I do.
Yes.
And if you want to try this, just go to trycastmagic.com.
Got it.
And then, that's my affiliate link, trycastmagic.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. I love it. It's, I'm sure someone's going to come out with something else,
Well, I do know somebody just did a review of Riverside. And I know you said you had Riverside in the past, but that's their whole thing is they add in something like this. So as soon as you're done with your recordings, you can throw it in AI.
They have the script.
Is that what they use?
Yeah, it's the same thing that's connected to Squadcast now too, but it's limited to a certain amount. It doesn't do all this.
Yeah. Well, they just did a new release of it, but I did hear that they're having some problems this week because another lady asked me about being on her podcast. She's like, "But we're gonna have to do Zoom because Riverside's having some issues." So,
well, whatever works for you, but like this introduction right here, right?
Mhm.
So, like I said, when I do my podcast and then I go, I record the whole thing.
right.
But I don't do an intro when I'm talking to the person. I just say, thank you, welcome to the show, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, I say, thanks for being here. Then I come back and I create my introduction. So I'll say, welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Jerky Daily. Today we talked about, and I record that in front of my podcast. And then I have that outro at the end. So there's so much you can do with this that the other, whatever works for you,
Yeah.
Well, the problem I had with Riverside, are we done with this? Or
no? I am. That was a neat. I just have never played in it. I know you talk about it all the time, so I figured why not let everybody else see it as well.
It's a great program. I really like it myself. If there's and I use for editing my podcast, Podcastle, and it does a transcription too. But it's not this. What this is if you set up your Chat GPT perfectly with all these prompts, you could get all this.
What's the price range on it? The monthly?
100. Well, it depends on how much you need. I use it a lot. I mean, every day I do a daily podcast that I have to do it at.
That's true.
Right. And then I do Inner Edison releases once a week and Helping the Brave once a week. And then I do another 2 of Real Estate Jerky. And then I also do my radio show. So I drop my radio show in here, which is 43 minutes.
Right.
And could you imagine doing notes on 43 minutes?
There's no way. I've tried to get through something this week that's like 7 minutes. And by the time I take notes, it's taking me 21 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. This is, but I'm just saying, it's all depends on the price, but it can be expensive if you get in there and then you go, I want to cancel. And they came back, we'll give it to you for this.
Yeah.
So they came back and cut my cost because originally I was at the max and I think it was $199. I said, I'm canceling. And I think it's at $139 right now, but don't quote me on the price.
Sure. I was just curious. I didn't know.
It's not like Opus when you do a whole year, then all of a sudden you get all those credits forever.
Yeah. Like I have 88 hours worth of stuff. I was like, oh,
dude, I got 356.
Yeah.
But again, I with everything that I'm doing, yes, we're not doing as much as we should.
Right.
And we need to get the VAs in place and do that. And that's easily fixed, unless you're having some issues these days going forward with people getting laid off.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you because it kind of came in actually today. Let me find.
Let me get rid of remove that.
Yeah, let me do this. In the meantime.
Hold on. I'll come in. Oh, stop screen share. There we go. All
right. Let me go here. So the reason I was asking this, an email did come in. I was like, oh, well, let me see about this. So we'll share this one. Okay.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting because it's true. I don't go in and use everything I should, even though TubeBuddy tells me like, hey, some of this there. But it is interesting. Like all that they used was TubeBuddy right here, obviously. But it was interesting just the little facts that they pointed out. And this is a smart way to do a sales email to someone because they're like, oh, look at all the things I can help you fix.
Right.
But they also picked a video that I just uploaded. Well, actually, I take that back. It says 12 days ago. But that's not right with the views because I know that particular one. So anyway,
Is this a short?
Yeah, it's always shorts.
Yeah, but yes. Well, that's amazing that they picked on your short.
Well, that's all I have.
Right.
There. But so if that's the same.
But if you have TubeBuddy in there and you upload your video, right, and when you're doing it down, it says keywords, and you hit the little button over here, and then it tells you, okay, there's 100 people looking for this, 40, what things have done. It's just click on those things, and those are what you add in. It's so much. It's so easy if you just use the tools.
Oh, but they're right. That video did not convert well at all. It's only got 20 views versus I'm usually in the 700 range.
It's because of the bottom picture.
Yeah, it's probably true. So I'll take that one down and repost it.
When you do,
yeah,
just when I don't know if you, let's see here. I don't know if you want me to play with my YouTube differently. And again, as if you're watching this and you're better than us, reach out and tell us what we need to do differently.
Exactly. Because
I don't, it doesn't. It's not. I'm not going to cry. Not today, anyway.
But it is interesting.
Stop this music again when it comes back.
Yeah. We've been talking about consistency, and in YouTube, I was not initially posting, and I've been adding about 100 users a week, something like that. So it's slowly starting to get traction versus Instagram. 1,000 will go a week. It's not, so that one.
That one you got a huge following,
right? But no, I mean new people coming in too. But you're right.
I know, but you have such a huge following on that one. Then everybody's like, "Oh, this guy is somebody." Yeah. If you had 20,000, you get a few.
Right. And so we talked about
what do you 100 and some? What 100 and what?
127 now.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. But we talked about. It's awesome, but it's also a vanity metric because not 127,000 people are investing in coaching or other things with it.
They're not buying all your stuff.
No, I would be talking from my rolls instead of from my house. But it's a good thing to have when people go and look and they research you. That's the way that people go, okay, are they legit or not? Somebody, you'd love this one. A hater goes, oh, wow, another one of those blue check guys and things. I'm like, you too, for only $16 a month can be a blue check guy. That was just my response back to him. So.
I'm trying to get into this video to edit it. I can't seem to get in there.
And you remind me of Robbie looking at your other monitor.
Oh, sorry.
No, I remember Robbie used to do that.
He would always go
on all his calls. Yeah. But that, while you're doing that.
Wow. That only shows up. Oh, verify you. Yeah, go away. Anyway. So when you input it, it's when you can see those things. It didn't pop up when I was looking at, but anyway. So yeah. But when you upload it, if you have TubeBuddy, when you in that first section it says keywords, and then down a little bit further it'll say ones that are out there. I'll search for them, and you can click the little button to say by how, I don't know what the word was, but how numbers. They'll have numbers next to them. How many people have looked at it, those keywords.
That's a good point. We need to find someone who's kind of a YouTube expert and have them come on and take a look at your profile or Aces53 or mine and go, here's what you need to fix. Because I just put videos up, but I don't have thumbnails done. I don't do any of the things I know I should be doing because that's someone I need to hire to do that. So.
Wow, my something's wrong with my internet. Oh, it's gone now. Okay. So it's fairly unstable.
It wasn't me for
You're
once.
Unstable, Ed.
Well, that wasn't about your internet. That was just a life lesson for you.
Ouch. That hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to, just so people know, because it's summer months, we're going to keep these short over the next few weeks. We're going to make them much shorter. We're not going to go long. We're going to keep it as short as possible. So some days we might be only 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It just, we're going to keep them short.
I like the ones like today. Let's show people each of the tools that have helped us because somebody else introduced them to us. And a lot of these tools we don't have an affiliate link for. It's just showing you what has helped us.
I have affiliate link for Cast Magic. Try
I know.
castmagic.com.
Try castmagic, you said .com, right?
Yep. And again, it's about helping you do what you need to do. And it's, you still do your videos for that one person. You don't do it to get the amount of volume that these people on. Again, it's a, like you said, it's a vanity metric.
Yes.
I had a video that was about, what was that about? It was about it was a VA1 with it was one about one of my veteran ones I did, right? And it didn't have a huge following, but these people found it and called me because that's what they were searching for.
Yeah.
And I got that transaction because of that. And it was up in the it was off grid, buying a VA property off grid.
Okay.
Because I've done a lot of those, and people go, "You can't do that." Yes, you can. Just appraiser just has to say that it's normal for the area. It's very simple, but people don't know that, and so they contacted me, and lo and behold, they got into contract and we moved forward because of that. But it wasn't focused on that. Wasn't a video for 5,000 or 500,000 view video,
right?
I'm trying to get it to the people I want. So some videos are going to do 25, some will do 2,000. It doesn't matter. It's about who I'm trying to get to.
It's about ideal avatars, 100%. And that's, like you said, different people are on different platforms, and it's nice to have a following, but a following isn't necessarily a measurement of everybody doing something for you. There's some people that we know that have 5,000 followers total, but they have major businesses because they're known for their business and they started a social media following later, but it's not,
they don't need everybody. They don't want everybody. That's the thing, is you don't, how are you building this? Are you building this for your business? Or are you building this for your vanity?
Right.
I'm building for my vanity.
Yeah. Well, we know, but
the last weekend, my kick out party, they found my modeling and acting pictures. And
really?
They did a whole skit on it about me wanting to be an actor or go into the Navy, and it was hilarious. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really funny. And what happened is I was at one of my meetings, and I asking somebody else to tell people something about you that nobody knows. And I said, I'll go first. And I showed my pictures, and everybody's like, yes, when I was skinny and younger, I looked really good.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. And and a bunch of people were like, oh my God. Yeah. And then the guy that was past president go, I know what we're gonna do. So everybody dressed like me.
Yeah.
Jeans, black t-shirt, and a black hat.
That's funny. Well, okay. So for people who don't know, what's a kick out party?
It's a one thing that at the end of Rotary, that you're, as a president, they kick you out of being president. They do. It's a get together to celebrate you being done as your president and thanking you for your time. And so they
kind of like a roast,
kind of like that one. Yeah. Yes. But we do a skit kind of thing as the roast. Like last year, the guy who was getting out, they did a Welcome Back Carter theme because he was in the Boys and Girls Club as the president. So it was kind of, the whole thing. And they flipped it, and it was worked pretty good. Like this year, I have Mike Kelly, who is a realtor. He was a painter. And so the past guy was Ward Cleaver. I said, now you're going to go to Archie Bunker, which was me. And then I said, oh, our next one is Rodney Dangerfield. That's Mike. And so when his first meeting, he comes in dressed as Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack.
That's funny.
That whole outfit.
Yeah.
So
too funny.
So the skit for him will be next year. Won't be Caddyshack. It'll be something like, I don't know yet, but it'll probably be, a learning how to paint, and
Bob Ross.
We'll figure it out.
Look at the pretty trees.
Yeah, well, there's going to be that, and probably something to do with, the Karate Kid, wax on, wax off, sand, kind of the whole thing. We'll figure something out because that's the whole period of time. But it's not. I'm not going to write the skit. I was talking to Craig, and he's like, you know what I did? We started this thing, and and then I was like, okay, I went to ChatGPT. I said, create, this is what we have, create with a 5-character, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing they did differently than that was complete it. Instead of wanting to go in the Navy, the mom wanted me to be an actor and model.
Yeah.
And don't lose your hair.
Don't lose your hair.
Yes. Yeah, you're too pretty to go on. Anyway, it was hilarious. Yeah.
Funny.
Man, you had to be there.
Yeah.
We have pictures. We have video.
Should post them. We can have them on the next one.
Nope.
All right.
You're not close enough. Again, that's and my big thing this from my whole year of Rotary was to do more for veterans, and people came up who talked about me and was saying how much that affected them because their family members and other people who were in our that are veterans, and we're doing the fire walk again May 3rd 2025. And so but this time it's just going to be Saturday, and it's just going to be full, and then we're going to have about 4 different keynote speakers. I guess you could, because everybody has multiple keynote speakers, right?
Yeah.
So, and I have 3 of them picked out, but I'm just looking for my 4th. So
awesome.
Yeah. And
very,
the
very
night
cool.
We're going to walk across coals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And we got a huge following now because we won Create Hope in the World in our district because of that firewalk.
So again, in a way that for the audience here, you did an event, right, that went well. It adds to your brand. It creates excitement. That's one of the things we talked about. So in the book Yourself Solid, that's one of the things is create an event for people to attend. Now, their goal is just like our podcast is every week, and we tell you when we're going to do it. So they call it Ash Tiptoe, which is always have something to invite people to. And when you do events like that, now you've got months of branding that you can do, posting, build excitement. But when you give people an experience, that's where things change. That's why if you go to Hampton Inn, they check you in. But if you go to the Ritz, it's an entire experience, from the time you get there. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Hello. Like they know who you are before you just walk up and have to tell them who you are. And it's about creating
like what, $500,000 a night.
I can't even. We were looking at some hotels in Europe, and right now it's like
it's prime time.
It's prime time. Plus, we were looking at Paris just to see, and because the Olympics are out there, $9,000 a night for some rooms.
Yeah, forget Paris. Just go there for the day.
Yeah. So anyway, it's interesting. But back to your point, you create an experience for people. People don't always remember what you tell them, but they always remember experiences and what you've done with them. And that's how you create those core memories, that go on for forever and make those changes and impacts in life. So that's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's about giving back to the community, and now we're going to do it again. And this year will be bigger because we have more. Like we have amazing. Go to operationfirewalk.com. You can see the video from last year.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't have the dates changed yet because that'll happen in a couple months. But that's just it has we did upload the video so people from Rotary could go see it at the event.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
let's call it a day, shall we?
Let's do it.
Am
I taking us out, or are you doing it?
I'm letting you.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you again for joining us here on Aces53. The best way to support us is subscribe and share it with your friends and family. We're here on Tuesdays with just Ed and I, and on Thursdays, sometimes we bring in a special guest who has a unique skill or talent that can help you grow yourself or your business. So come back and watch us then. I just really did horrible on that.
Well, it's new. You're used to that. All right. Talk to you next week. Later this week.